here with the brief introduction for today's video. Now, we started watching this match as an episode of Make Me a Fan of Lance Archer, but it wasn't really a great Lance Archer match. It didn't really feature Lance Archer. Instead, it was more of a feature for someone else. In fact, as you watch this clip, as we talk about the match and recap the match, we end up praising and talking about Mr. Jeremy Borash. And so what was once for Lance Archer becomes Make Me a Fan of Jeremy Borash. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check it out.
Yeah, and then Jeremy Borash at the end.
Holy smokes, I was gonna get to that. People, if you haven't seen this, you have to see it for no other reason than the promo segment, whatever you want to call it, at the end after all the briefcases have been opened, because...
Well, the first one was open.
Well, the first one. So after all the briefcases have been distributed and claimed, and in the process of opening the one that they opened on the night of the show. And on this night, there's a certain gentleman in the ring by the name of...
Jeremy Borash.
Jeremy Borash.
He's the ring announcer, and you'll see him at the Asylum shows going all the way until he leaves TNA. He's always been, and that was always the fact that he ring announced every show.
Okay. Now, Jeremy Borash, who I will tag when I post this on social media, is prolific and gifted. This dude was freaking amazing. Now, the match was fantastic, okay? But his work afterward was fantastic. Probably some of, if not the best acting I've ever seen on Impact, possibly on any wrestling TV show. Because you really believed what was happening. Now, if you guys don't know what the hell's happening and you're too stupid to click the link and watch the match, what happened after the match, or at the end, the final case was claimed as the Motor City Machine Guns, which I have to tear them down just a little bit. They pulled a Young Bucks and had multiple opportunities to win the briefcase and instead went for a high spot, which, as entertaining as it was, kind of took me out of the match because the objective was to get the damn case. You're standing there at the case. It's like, hey, get Pete's hat. No, I'm gonna jump off the top rope again. Okay, now I'm gonna get a hat, shine, and I'm gonna jump off again. And then after they finally claimed the briefcase, the clowns, I don't know if they thought they were gonna share it, the clowns are in the ring holding the briefcase together like, yeah, look what we did. And Mr. J Lethal, aka Black Machismo, comes in, jacks the briefcase, and gets out of the ring, because the key, people, is you had to get the briefcase and get out of the ring and make it to the floor. It's like Royal Rumble, your feet have to hit the floor. So he snatches the briefcase, gets out of the ring. Great, super, fantastic. I wasn't expecting that. I actually popped on that. I'm like, hey, that was kind of cool. Now, as they're all waiting around to see which briefcase is gonna get opened, because remember, they're opening one briefcase tonight, Alex Shelley and the other guy, what's his name? Sabin?
Chris Sabin.
Chris Sabin are annoying the living crap out of Jeremy Borash. They're whining about the fact that he stole the case. They're pushing him, they're shoving him, they're pleading their case with every ref that'll give him 2 seconds of attention. And even I was annoyed. I'm like, yo guys, I get it. You're frustrated you didn't win. Get the hell out the ring. But little did the Jag know that that was part of the show. Because what happens, oh surprise, surprise, even though we called it, the briefcase that Mr. Black Machismo got, it contained a title shot, a tag team title shot. So a tag team like the Motor City Machine Guns is livid because they missed an opportunity to get
because they're a real tag team, and Jay Lethal is not a real tag team.
Even though it seemed that he and Consequences Creed were pumped because it looks like they are going to challenge for this. But Motor City Machine Guns was rightfully pissed, am I right?
100%.
And looking at it, I thought, wow, they got screwed. What a surprise. It's a tag team thing, just to rub salt in the wound, okay? Right. And I'm thinking that's the end. But it wasn't the end, was it, Pete?
Oh no. Oh no. They just kept egging JB on and egging JB on. And this is one of those things that for me has made me a Jeremy Borash fan forever. This guy he understands how to craft TV, and he's there executing it to a T.
Yeah. He starts to tell these guys, leave me alone, let me do my job. Back up off me. You lost. You know the rules. The rules say.
Go talk to somebody in the back.
He's reiterating the rules. Go talk to Mick Foley. If you got a problem, take it up with the management. Like, he's just trying to get rid of these annoying pieces of trash that just won't let go of the fact that they lost. Kind of like, well, I shouldn't get into that, but kind of like people that protest when they don't get their way. You know what I mean? People who just don't like the state of things, even though it makes sense to everybody else. They're whining, complaining, whatever. And finally he turns and looks at, was it Shelley, I guess? And dresses his ass down. He let him have it like a drill sergeant in boot camp. Like, you stupid, I'm tired of you. This is total nonstop action, not total nonstop a-hole. He hit, some zingers, people. Oh, yeah. Jeremy Borash, give me a call. I want a high five. I want a Mega Powers handshake on that bad boy, because that shit was entertaining. That was probable. It was equally entertaining as what happened in the match.
Absolutely.
I had to ask him, who is that guy? because I'm like, that guy's a star. Which we don't see Jeremy Borash on camera nowadays.
No.
But he's behind the scenes holding it down like you wouldn't believe, according to the Encyclopedia. Am I right?
He is at WWE. He's part of the creative, and a lot of the stuff that you've seen on TV in the last year plus, it's been super high quality, and you would feel like, wow, that's Jeremy Borash. A lot of the drone stuff and some of that, the using of the prosumer stuff to film stuff, that's all been Jeremy's influence.
Didn't you say the Boneyard match was him?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, this dude is prolific and gifted, whether on camera or behind the scenes. Jeremy Borash, I want you to look into my face right now, because whenever you bring your ass back to Southern California, I want to meet you, shake your hand, give you a hug, a high five, buy you a beer, whatever the hell it is, because in just that one segment, you have become my favorite damn ring announcer, short of the Fink. All right, the Fink will forever be the man. But that's not a bad place to be in second. Holy crap, Jeremy Borash. Just turned into a Jeremy Borash Lopez. Make me a fan of Borash, mission accomplished. Make me a fan of Lance Archer, maybe not so much, because even though he was in this match, based on the fact that he was in this mix of Make Me a Fan of Lance Archer, I expected him to get a briefcase. He did not. But he did look like he put on some size and some meat, and the dude is still a giant, and I look forward to seeing whatever's next, because I have a feeling we're going to see more Lance Archer. Am I right?
We got one more, but do you want to know the cases? Do you want to guess?
Oh, yes, of course.
So, what did Hernandez get?
Hernandez got a heavyweight title shot.
Excellent.
And Homicide got an X Division, and dumbass King of Spice got the pink slip to get the hell out of here.
You can't fool the guy. You know?
He should have. You know,
that's why I was like, it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off for Curry Man.
How long was he Curry Man? Really?
For like a year.
Oh my God, really?
And then he would get brought back in and things.
Well, Curry Man got fired. You know, it'd be funny if he pulled a Cactus Jack or like, you know, a Mick Foley where he gets thrown out of some battle royal and comes back as Curry Man. I hope they did that at least once.
Yes.
Did they?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yes.
First place is the heavyweight title shot. Second place is the next division shot. Third place, you're fired. And Curry Man got third place. And so am I also, while I'm being the Swami, okay, and I'm predicting the future, please tell me that there is a hell of a feud between Motor City Machine Guns, Black Machismo, and probably Consequences Creed.
Absolutely.
They must throw down for the next 3 months or something, am I right?
Absolutely.
Do they, Black Machismo and Consequences Creed ever get the titles?
That I don't remember. That's a blur, but I definitely remember this because this was the first time we saw them tag together. And like, hey, because Jay Lethal had his run as Black Machismo with the X Division title. They talked about it in the match.
Yeah.
So he was kind of running on fumes for that, and this is kind of the end of him being at TNA. And we are going to do, spoiler alert, make me a fan of Jay Lethal, but we're going to focus on his Ring of Honor stuff, unfortunately. Because the TNA stuff was good, but
not prolific and gifted?
Yeah.
All right. But whenever we do Jay Lethal, you will have a captive audience. And because I want to see what all the fuss is about, because I've heard a lot of good things about
I'm going to show them the best 3 Jay Lethal matches, guys. You guys are going to love it. It's not this series, but an upcoming series, I promise.
Oh, yeah. But while we're in this series about Lance freaking Archer, you said there's one more match.
We do.
All right. You want to tell the people, or they got to come back tomorrow?
They're going to have to come back tomorrow.
So bring your ass back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern, because we are going to be wrapping up. Is this the last one? Wrapping up Make Me a Fan of Lance Archer. So far, I'm a bit on the fence. Hopefully tomorrow pushes me over the edge into fandom, because I would love to be a fan of the future. Yes, I'm calling it right now, the future TNT champion. He's gonna beat the stuffing out of Cody, and I'm sure Brandy will come to the ring with water or cake or a freaking pie.
Or Arn will be there with his big sports card and covering it face up. No, you're gonna do this.
Dear God, anybody, if you're listening, if you're at AEW and you're listening, please, someone tell these bastards no. Like, we'll get to that in another video. But bring your butt back tomorrow and we'll talk a little bit more about the future TNT champion Lance Archer. This is the Encyclopedia Pete Trerice. I'm, well, the Jag, I guess. I'm gonna give you my full name, but it's a little long. And we'll see your butts back here tomorrow at 9.
See you guys.